Okay, so I know I have not posted a video in a while, and there's a very good reason for that. If you're in the Facebook group or follow me on Instagram, then you know that I've had major phone issues. When an iPhone decides to die, it dies. So my phone died, and when I finally got to the Sprint store to get a new phone, I came back home and I used Spectrum for my internet provider, and Spectrum had a major outage in my area. So I sat here for a while, trying to wait for my internet to get turned back on. But anyway, I am back. And so I've had a lot of requests for videos for gifts, gift ideas, things that you can give to people to use after the holidays. So something that is not, Christmas related. And also, after the holidays, I'm going to start branching out and showing videos on how to do a lot more of the crafts that I do. And one of my major loves in life is making jewelry. So this video here is just a quick rundown of some of the very basic tools that you're going to need to get started with jewelry making. And then after this video, I'll actually do tutorials showing you how to make actual pieces of jewelry, bracelets, necklaces, and so forth. So anyway, whatever. One of the main things that I can tell you to really invest your money in is good storage containers. Okay, now this is just a little clear plastic container. I got this at Walmart. I think it was $5. It was right around $5. And here is the latch. If you can hear, it really snaps into place. And that's what you want, because if you are moving these around, and I am speaking from experience here, I have been making jewelry for over 20 years. Speaking from experience, you want a really good latch, because nothing is more aggravating than picking up one of these suckers and it flies open and you got 500 beads all over the floor. So, good containers. This one here, like you can see, just has a bunch of small little areas for you to put beads. Now, you can also find these big containers. This one came from Joann's. Of course, it didn't have beads or anything in it. It's just the container. This one came from Joann's, and I want to say it was $15 or $20. I can't remember. I've had it for a bit. $15 or $20, but it is well worth the money. It has some very good latches here. And let me open it up. And as you can see, these little blue things here slide out so that you can resection all of the little areas here to make them as big or as small as you want. You can also get containers like this. This is a bucket. And it comes with all of these beads and a bunch of tools and everything. You can get these at Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. All places have little containers like this. The thing that I like about this one is these little containers here pop off so that you can use them individually. It also comes with this band that snaps here, and it holds them to the little bucket so that the lids won't pop off. They do have two little locks on each one, but I like a little extra protection there. So I like that it comes with this band. Like I said, this particular one you can get at Walmart. It's $20, or you can get it at Joann's. I believe it was $29, but you can use a coupon and whatnot. And it came with these beads here. It did not come with these. It comes with a pair of pliers, a bead scoop, some needles, some beading wire. What else is in there? I don't want to get my head in the way. Just a bunch of stuff that you can use to create your first piece of jewelry. So containers are important. The next thing that is important is the beads, of course. These are seed beads. They're very, very tiny beads. You can get big buckets of mixed beads at pretty much any craft store out there. My favorite beads to work with for small items, like bracelets, and if you're going to be doing like a big elaborate necklace, my favorite beads are acrylic. They're really pretty, but they're not heavy like glass, and they're not going to weigh you down. If you make bracelets, depending on the size of the wrist, heavier bracelets can slide off really easily. So I use a lot of acrylic beads. I also have a bunch of little charms. You can buy cards full of charms all over the place, any craft store. And I like to use these as little accent pieces on the ends of my bracelets. Okay, here, the next thing you're going to need are tools. And these are little pliers. These are crimping pliers. when you're making necklaces and whatnot and you're using the beading wire, the crimping beads is what holds the wire together so that your necklace doesn't fall apart. And these little pliers, they just bend the little the crimping tubes in half, and then it will fold them like that so that it grabs the cord. You're going to need some of those. These are little wire cutters, a pair of round nose pliers, and some flat pliers. You can see right here, they're not like regular needle nose pliers, as these have been ground down and there's no like teeth on them. So like when you're grasping your pieces of jewelry or your findings or whatever, you're not going to leave any teeth marks on it. So let's get this out of the way. This set here came from Joann's. It was like $25 for the set. And they had like these little squishy handles on them. You don't have to have that. You can get like a $5 pair at Walmart. You don't have to have the big expensive ones. So far you're going to need storage containers. You're going to need a set of tools and your beads. And you can buy these tools in sets. They'll come with everything that you need. So, don't go into the craft store, be freaking out. So, oh my God, look at all these tools. What do I need? Buy a kit. Usually, crimping pliers do not come in the kit. So, just buy one of these kits and then buy your crimping pliers. So, I'm going to, take this out because I'm going to show you guys this. Now, I'm just going to set this down over to the side after I close it, after I break it. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's set it down. Now, for your beads, when you go to the craft store, it can be overwhelming with how many beads there are out there. You can buy beads, like I showed you in this kit. You can buy big buckets of mixed acrylic beads at any craft store. You can buy them that are hanging on these little cards, like this. And these are really easy to work with because you could just take these apart, restring them onto beading wire, and then add a focal pendant at the bottom, and boom, there's your necklace. I mean, you don't really have to piece together the beads and try to find what colors go well together. These are glass beads, and let me see if it has a price on them. They're not very expensive. These came from Walmart. Walmart, not very expensive. So you can get your beads like this. It actually came with 3 strands, and I've already used one, and so I have 2 left. You can buy beads like individual colors, bags of the same beads, but I highly recommend these here. These are little packets of beads that come from Walmart. They're a little bit less than $5 each. They're all color coordinated. It comes with all of the beads that you would need to make a necklace or bracelet. There's no guesswork. There's no standing there trying to say, well, I wonder if this color will look good with this, because they all match. And actually for $5, I think you get a pretty good selection. You got like a little tassel here, some of these larger beads, some of these big focal beads, which I think, is pretty on a necklace with the bead here. Then have the tassel hanging down and then your necklace coming up. I'm just going to set these down. You get this really pretty pendant here. Some of these beads with the gemstones inside, and each pack has different things. But the main reason I like these, like I said, is because they're all matched to each other. There's no standing there for 20 minutes thinking, oh, is this going to look right? Because you will do that, and it's quite overwhelming. But these little packs make it so easy, especially if you're a beginner. Now, for your findings. Findings are the little metal pieces that you put your jewelry together with. I just ended that sentence in a preposition. These are the things with which you make your jewelry. I get on my own nerves. I'm my own grammar Nazi. Okay, so these are findings. If you can, I like to use stainless steel because a lot of people, they are allergic to the nickel and the plating that's on the other ones. Stainless steel seems to work for the majority of people out there. So these are the ear wires that you make earrings with. Prepositions everywhere. Lobster clasps. Y'all know what that are. Good Lord, what that is. I've not had enough coffee today, y'all. So you put these on the end of your necklaces or bracelets. That's the clasps. Head pins. This is what you use to actually string your beads on to make earrings. The little crimp ties. Remember, I was telling you that when you use your beading wire, you're going to have to put a crimping tube on the end of it to make sure that your beads stay on and don't fall apart. Once you have these on, you take your little crimping tool here and then you just squish the dickens out of them and it will hold your jewelry together. And we'll go into all that in a future video. These are jump rings. They just hold everything together. When you have your necklace, you make your necklace and you hook it to this. You can hook it to your lobster clasp here. And these are crimp covers because the crimping tubes, they don't look really finished when you're done making something. So these are just little covers that you can put on them and then squish them, and it gives you a nice professional looking finish. So you need good containers. You're going to need a multi-pack of these little tools and a pair of crimping pliers. For your findings, I highly suggest getting a big pack of head pins. Notice how they are flat on the bottom. That's what you're looking for. Later on, we'll use the ones with the loop on the bottom. But for starting out, we're going to use the ones that have a flat bottom. My ex-mother-in-law had a flat bottom. Anyway, jump rings, crimp covers, clasps, head pins, the ear wires, crimping tubes. Then you're going to need wire to make the bracelets or the necklaces. So we have here beading wire. You can get this at any craft store, and there's several different gauges, and really all it depends on is you can use the thinner kind like this if you're using small beads, lightweight beads. If you're using heavy glass beads, you want to get a thicker wire. It all depends on the type of bead you're using. Did I take out that memory wire? I wanted to show you on the right. Dadgummit, I didn't take it out. Hang on one second. I probably took it out, and my table here is so cramped full of stuff. Oh Lord, I just threw that in the floor. Here we go. I did take out the memory wire. It fell on the floor. This is memory wire. It looks kind of like a slinky, and unlike regular beading wire, this has been treated so that it will permanently stay in this little spiral. And this is what you use to make bracelets that wrap around your wrist, or you can get a bigger roll of it to make a necklace. I love this stuff. The memory wire is completely different from regular beading wire, so make sure when you get it on the package, it says memory wire. So that's basically what you need to get started. The tools, the containers, the beads, and all of these little findings. I know it's a lot. So if you'll look in the description box, I will put a list of things that you need to get started. I can put some links to good sets on Amazon. If you don't want to have to brave the craft stores, I will do that. So I'm going to get this posted, and then I want to get some stuff together so that we can make some really simple earrings in the next video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.